Hey guys and girls, we got a great project going here today. We've got the new Starlink high-speed internet system in. I got my son Jamie down here. Jamie is, let's see, Jamie, I think we got some stuff on the bottom of it too. Yeah. Jamie is what we call Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. He can put anything together. He can fix.
I'm not scared to try. I can't fix anything.
He's not scared to try. He is a master Mercury mechanic, not officially, but actually he can do just about anything because he's run our Mercury dealership for 100 years, seems like. And what do we got? We're going to do a little box opening here. And Jamie, I'm going to let you start opening that box, and I'm going to shoot the camera for just a little bit.
You said what it is? Have you explained?
Oh, yeah, Starlink system. Yeah, we didn't tell what it was. That's right, Starlink system. This is Elon Musk. That's right, that Elon Musk. There's probably only one Elon Musk in the world. Developed a Starlink system for high-speed internet. Now, what this high-speed internet does is it is going to be available basically anywhere in the world. So you can be out here in the boonies like we are at Twin Eagle Ranch, and you'll have high-speed internet. We have G-Snail is what we have here, G-Snail. We don't really have G3, G4, G5. We have G-Snail. Our internet crawls along at a speed you can't hardly see it. And we've had this ordered. This is a beta system. It's not really totally available for everybody. It's a beta test system. They've been running them all over the United States, and we're kind of one of the last ones to get it. Well, maybe not the last, but certainly the last that we've got. We're the last, whether we think. But we've heard reports from people around. We've talked to friends and stuff around in various parts of the country that's got this, and they say it works great. Now, we're going to find out. We're going to show you how to install that. We might run into some hiccups because it's going to be just a regular install, and hopefully by the end of the day, we're going to have high-speed internet here at Twin Eagle Ranch.
We'll see what we can do here.
We'll see what we can do.
And I got to say, we've looked at a few videos, so don't think we're just super intelligent knowing what this stuff is in the box. Had we not looked at some other videos.
We looked at some videos last night.
What this stuff is called.
On how to install, and this is what this video is, how to install. Hopefully we're going to pick up some tricks as we go through here that might help you out. But Elon Musk, of course, that's the Tesla man. I saw on the news just the other day that he donated 5,000 of these systems. This system costs $500. I've been told it's gone up to $700. We ordered this well over a year ago, way before Chris had her stroke, maybe a year and a half, I don't even know. And we bought the system for $500. They kept sending us notes saying, if you want your money back, you can have your money back. And we said, no, we want it, we want it, we want it. And then we finally got a note and said, I think it's going to, originally it's going to cost $99 a month once you have your system installed, which we're going to do today. It came in this last week. I waited till Jamie could come down and help me put it in just because Jamie's Jamie. And I'm not real good at putting stuff together. I operate a fishing rod and reel. That's what I operate. And the system is, and then they sent me another note and said that the price has gone up now to like $109 or $119 a month. I can't remember which. Do you still want your system, or do we send you $500 back? And I said, no, we still want it. We still want it. Eventually, we finally got it. And so we've got our Starlink system. It basically, they've got satellites, low-altitude satellites going around the nation. I read, I think, where they would have, and don't quote me necessarily on all these figures because it's been a while, 40,000 satellites up. 40,000 satellites circling the globe. They put them up 8, 10, 12 at a time, and they're going along, and it's bouncing signals back. So no matter where you have this receiver, it's going to be touching some of those receivers eventually. They've got a few thousand of those up now. I don't know how many. I think maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 or 6,000, maybe 10,000 now. And they're in certain areas, but eventually, if you can be in the darkest jungle of Colombia or Africa, and you're going to be able to get an internet system with one of these. And like I said, they just donated 5,000 of them, I saw, that Elon Musk donated to the country of Ukraine so they could still stay in touch with the rest of the world, even though they're in the middle of a war over there, which is amazing technology. So high-speed internet, here we come.
Let's see. All right, let's see what's in the box. I don't think there's anything
I think that's a piece of styrofoam.
Make sure, because I have had boxes now that you stuff like that, and they have screws or something packed in there before. So I would say that is the mount that I think I'll stay sitting on that. And then we have, I guess that's the instructions, like most things nowadays.
There's your instructions.
3 easy steps, according to that.
3 easy steps. Now, you know, we understand from the videos we watched last night, they have a Generation 1 and Generation 2. So we kind of think we may have the Generation 2 which is a square receiver as opposed to the round receiver. I think that's the receiver that you have in your hand right there.
Right, this is the receiver, yeah. This is the Generation 2 by what we saw.
So that's the Gen 2.
The Gen 1 was, typical like a dish, satellite
like
TV
HughesNet
type.
and DirecTV. We have both HughesNet. We have DirecTV and HughesNet here. One of the things that it said when we signed up for this beta testing program about over a year ago, that's pretty neat right there. That's a pretty easy setup assembly right there.
Table skinny.
You want to set another table over there, Jimmy?
Yeah, I think I would.
Set another table over where we got two of them there. But
that would stink. Been waiting all this time for it to fall on the ground
and break it. That would really not be a good deal at all.
Let's turn it that way.
There we go.
All right, so we got that. The cable's attached to it, it looks like.
Now, we understand that satellite receiver, we'll just call it that, and that's what it is, I guess. Satellite receiver will rotate around and find the satellites for you, is what we saw in a video. Hopefully that'll happen.
All right, we got this.
Where's that going to go?
That, I believe, would be what's going to go inside your house, be the router.
Okay.
And then we have lots of cords.
Lots of cable. The cable's already hooked up to the unit.
Cable's hooked to this. You've got a plug here. My understanding, this is your Ethernet cable.
The only instructions you found so far is
that right there. Yeah.
That picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess it's not your traditional Ethernet cable like if you're familiar with. It's proprietary.
So it'll only work on this unit.
Right. In my understanding, this is not only sending your signal, but sending power back to this. So, but it appears.
So are you saying that will not be hooked up to electricity?
No, it will. This will. This will. Well, it is through this.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So that would be where that plugs in. Then you got a power cable.
Okay.
Which it looks like a proprietary type cable the way it's.
They don't want anybody copying them or fooling around with what they got, do they?
Right. And really, that is all the pieces that is in the box right there.
Really? That's a high-tech piece of equipment.
And once again, one of the videos we watched, it does come with, I think this is 50 foot of cable. You can add different lengths of cable to it. But once again, you got to buy it from them apparently because that proprietary end. But that's really all there is in the box.
Jamie,
so
do you
suppose
that before we mount this on the house, and we're talking about last night mounting it on the roof, do you suppose that we might be able to set it out there and maybe set it on the rail or something and kind of test it before we actually fully mount it?
It's worth a try. There is a Starlink app we found out last night.
Right. To
kind of help you choose your best location.
And there's several apps. We did the one that said Starlink.
Right. And I think it's the only Starlink app. I mean, the other ones are.
And that was free, wasn't it? Did we have to pay for that?
It was free.
Okay.
But it showed how to select your location. And by all rights, used to like a DirecTV dish or Dish Satellite, HughesNet, where I think it's, clear view of the southern sky is what they all say. This one, like Dad mentioned earlier, what we saw is it's going to move and track the satellites as they go by. So it needs a lot broader view of the sky.
And then it'll swap from satellite to satellite, I guess, as it comes by.
Right. So we can try the rail. See what it does. We may have to even take it out if we're going to try it before we install it to take it out in the front yard.
That sounds like a
little more deal.
That sounds like a good deal to me. My goodness. This is all we got right here. That's it. I thought there was more in the box, but I got to looking around, and that's it right there. So, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out how to take this out and maybe set it up on the rail or set it up on, we might take our little tray tables out there, set it up, and we might just see if we can get it work. We thought we were looking at a really big installation here. And of course, we still got, we have a receiver bracket on the house that we're not using. It usually looks like an old DirecTV bracket that we're not using. So we're thinking we might be able to use that. And
that's something I actually saw one of the videos we watched. And about all the videos, so if you think you're going to mount it on the side of the house, that go ahead when you initially order that accessory. That way you're not waiting. But, and I noticed that this mount, and it's a metal or composite type mount, it's got screw holes in it.
Yeah.
So you could actually, you know, screw it to your roof.
Right down to
even.
the roof, yeah.
And we may look at that too.
Right.
So obviously you want to silicone your holes where you go through your roof and stuff. But yeah, we've got a one mount we saw, or one install video we saw. He used an old dish mount.
Right. Which
Now,
is maybe what we may do.
right.
I don't know.
Now, there's some things, you know, the size of the pipe, he had to kind of modify it just a little bit. But we'll look at it and see what's best.
Well, Jamie asked me, Dad, do you have a ladder? Do I have a ladder? Let's go get it. All right, we're gonna try to see if we can't just hook this thing up. We want to set it somewhere. I wonder, Jamie, you gonna just bring some of those tables out?
Well, I mean, I don't think that's going to change much, sir. So I think we can just try it right there if we're going to try it.
We just need to run a cable and hook it up. Hook it up to some electric, huh?
Well, actually, I just string this cable in the door because that's where your electric's going to come from.
I got some electric outside here, too.
And
Either way.
get this dude. I think I started in the wrong spot, so therefore it's going to be...
Looks like you're coming out from the inside of it or something. That's just the way wires work.
It is.
Wait, so you got two ways to do it. You'll do 50-50 chance of coming off the right side. You're coming from the back side through the middle, as opposed to the back side wrapping around. That's the way to do it.
You can't unhook that in. I think that's where lies the problem.
Okay, we plugged it in inside the house, and actually our unit started moving. Now, we've got it sitting here on the front deck, and it moved up just kind of, it's moving around just a little bit right now. But now, Jamie, you remember it said something about make sure you got a clear view at the north sky?
Right.
Obviously we don't, because we're in the south side of the house, and we've got the house right here to our right. So we may have to take it down to the end to get it. Of course, we've got a tree down there.
On the Starlink app, of course, like anything nowadays, they don't put instructions in the box, but they've got the instructions on there. You can download a PDF, and so we follow along. Basically, we just plug the router into power, hook this up to the router inside, and give it just a moment, and this started like that. Now, according to this...
started up. I mean, it's flattened out.
According to this, the spot it came in, it's the stowed position, where it came out of the box. Now, once it auto levels, it's searching the sky. And then once it goes to, says auto tilt, which will be at an angle, it says connected to internet.
Okay.
So I guess we just wait at this point now.
So we just wait a little bit and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, it is moving on its own now. We've left it sit there for a few minutes, just like it said. It turned around, it's tilting. And now the bad part there, it's looking at the house.
Okay.
But
according to that, it's supposed to have the internet, so I'm working on trying to get my iPad hooked up to it that way, just because it's easier to see out here.
I'm going to go get my iPad too, Jamie, and hook it up. So according to what we have, we should have internet here, and it should be faster internet.
Yeah.
And we've done this in a very, very short period of time. I mean, again, now it's not mounted to the house yet. It's going to have to be mounted to the house, and we're going to probably have to take off an old unit, which is a good deal to do. If any of y'all that live out in the boonies, you've had dish or direct, or a lot of people have had both. I've stuck with direct the whole time, you know, even though it's a crazy amount of money that they're charging. Probably be able to get direct TV through one of these, through Elon Musk one of these days. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. But anyway, we're going to find out here pretty quickly, because it's kind of locked in and quit moving. So we'll see what happens. I want to go hook my iPad up, Jamie, or turn it on. Okay, I'll turn my iPad on.
Yeah, let me get you on the right network here.
Because we're on Twin Eagle Network now, right?
So we're going to... I've got a sneak peek on my deal of what it does.
Oh,
so I was going to let you see here.
You got yours hooked up? We got it sitting out in the yard. The unit's sitting out in the yard, and
it works.
And it works fine. We can just leave it there. We kind of had to mow over the cord and stuff, but but the unit
do it once.
The unit is sitting out in the yard. And so that's good. So it works fine out there. It's adjusting itself. It's moving around. And our internet is a lot faster. We're going to tell them how fast at the end of the video when we got it actually installed. Because right now it's in the, let's just call it the practice mode.
There you go.
the preview mode.
We just want to see what it'd do. We didn't want to wait till it was all done.
That's right. But our internet has speeded up. I'm gonna tell you that. Starlink has so. Well, we'll show them how fast later. Because once we get it on top, we may not work.
It may not work. Yeah. So right now it's really fast.
So now we're trying to figure a game plan, and we can take the bracket down. That's on the end of the house. It's on that old DirecTV satellite dish.
And you're going to have to modify it by that one video where the guy saw, because the size of the pipe, he had to kind of crimp it down.
Or we've got 4 screws on that thing.
Yeah, and a big mount.
And a big mount, which
I think it's designed to do that. I mean,
right. We can actually just get some big screws, and we'll look in my screw bin, which I got lots of screws. Yeah. I got a screw loose everywhere, but I got a few screws loose.
Silicone, so we can silicone.
And some silicone, and we'll just try to screw it down to the top there.
Which I got up there. I got a little app that you can get up and like shoot up in the sky and go all the way around. It's supposed to show you, if it's obstructed or anything.
Should do even better when it's up there.
Yeah, that's why I crawled up there a minute ago. I was looking, laid down on there and pointed up and did the thing it was supposed to say, and it shows it said decent. Now I don't know if decent is the best, or if if it's so good it'd say that's an awesome place to put it or something like that.
Yeah, I would say.
But there was
a decent date is not near like an awesome date.
There you go. But I don't know what the top level is. But by the way, the thing, there was no obstructions.
You and I have been dating the same woman for a lot of times, though. So they turned into decent, or are they still awesome?
They're still awesome.
They're still awesome.
So if we mount that right there at the peak of your roof, and I don't know if we want to set that router by the computer in the little office, which is just right inside there.
I think we should.
And
then, like Chris's office.
That's something.
I'm going to put her back to work so she learns how to walk. She's going back to work.
And that's something I don't know. Have to look because getting it from the Starlink router to the computer, I don't know if it's got a traditional Ethernet deal. I don't think there's a plug-in, but there's ways to do that. If not, but so if we mount it up there, we're probably going to have to go get some cable hangers. We could bring your wire under the eave, and
bring it down.
I don't know where you'd want to go through the wall, maybe in between the windows there somewhere. We could bring it to wherever.
We have to look where that shelf is there.
Yeah, and we're going to have to drill a hole in the wall and then bring it inside. And I think that'd be the best thing, because it's like any phone wire or anything. Once it's up a while, you don't even notice it anymore.
Right. So, let's do it.
All right, let's plan on that.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. We're gonna we've tested it now, and it's faster, quite a bit faster, right, Jamie?
Faster, yeah.
So now we're gonna try to put her on the roof. Jamie doesn't want me crawling on the roof. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, I get hurt just as bad as you will, I guess.
You probably
big dog ladder out.
That's a high dollar ladder. That's a little giant. That's the best ladder you can get.
I'll take this. You can hand me the.
Okay. You got to have the satellite receiver. Well, no, you don't need the receiver. You just need that.
Stabilize that ladder when I get on.
I got you. This is like the greatest ladder in the world. I'm telling you. I mean, like the greatest ladder in the world. The only thing is it's getting heavier. But I've noticed a lot of stuff's getting heavier, like a 50-pound sack of feed, 40-pound sack of feed, weighs more than they used to. I guarantee you. They've done something with our weights and measures here in the United States. And we've decided to put it on the apex, get as much height, get as clean a look as we possibly can. When Jamie was up there, now you got to actually, on your app, your speed app, you actually got more, you got faster speed up there than we were getting on out of the yard, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No, the speed just measures off of the deal.
Okay.
What was up here was I was checking the clearance.
Okay. You got a lot better clearance.
Yeah.
I knew it was better. I knew it was better up there because we're not going to leave it set in the yard. We was never going to do that. That was just a joke. Here, Apache's got some. You won't need
those. We don't need those up here.
We got all kinds of. Okay. All right.
Okay, we got her set up here. I think we're gonna go right in the middle. Got a marker here somewhere in my pocket. There it is. Mark my holes. And of course, these are sheet metal screws. I'll drill me a pilot hole through this, through the sheet metal. Right there, it's moving fast, isn't it? Yeah, he is. I don't know if that little thing will move that fast to keep up with him. All right. Another marker. Broke my bit. Put too much pressure on. Shoot. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Big old glob of Permatex. All right. This takes a long time to install this part. All right, that's done.
Okay, guys and girls, we are done. We're done. We actually drilled a hole through the wall there, run the cord in, plugged it in, set everything up, and everything is working perfectly. What we want to do right now is we just want to check and see what a difference we have in internet speed. This is a very, very, very easy installation. You know, the installation up on top, we made it real simple by not using another bracket. We screwed it right down onto our rooftop, and so that was good. The biggest problem we ran into is simply drilling a hole through the wall, through one of our logs, to get our power inside, so we could get the cord inside coming off of the satellite dish, I lost the name of it, Jamie.
Starlink.
Starlink. Starlink. It's SpaceX. Oh, I keep wanting to call it SpaceX, you know. Starlink. Coming off our Starlink receiver up there. And that receiver, it moves around in positions and follows those satellites. It is amazing, amazing piece of technology. And but we stayed hooked up to our HughesNet. And we're going to stay hooked up to HughesNet probably for the next couple of months just to make sure everything goes, because they told us when we signed up for this beta test that there might be times when we lose our internet. And we don't want to do that. So we're going to stay with HughesNet for a little while, leave it on there. What we're going to do, we got 2 iPads hooked up, Jamie's iPad, my iPad. And we're going to show you, one of them is hooked up to Twin Eagle Ranch, which is our Starlink, and the other one is hooked up to HughesNet. And so we're hooked up to both Wi-Fi systems right now. And then we're also going to pull up a speed app that Jamie's got on his phone and look at the differences in the speed between the two. So this is about as honest a comparison as you could possibly get. And keep in mind, hey, nobody's paying us anything for anything. We paid for the Starlink system, we paid for the HughesNet system, we paid a monthly fee to HughesNet. I'm sure we'll start getting billed every month from Starlink also, because we got it hooked up now. So once we're hooked up, you know, they're going to start billing us every month. But I am so far from what little bit I've used, and we've only used it here while we've been installing stuff, elated. Absolutely elated. This is going to give high-speed internet to people that live out in the boonies like me. It's going to give high-speed internet to people that live in the jungles of Colombia, the jungles of Africa, who live on the North Pole, South Pole. It doesn't matter. I think you're going to be able to eventually get internet everywhere. They don't have all the satellites up yet, but I tell you what, from what I've seen so far, if you can get on the Starlink system, man, oh man, oh man, there's a huge, huge difference. It's going to save me so much time uploading videos for YouTube and Facebook. So Jamie's going to take a look at them side by side.
All right, we got them hooked up. Now I don't forget. This one is on HughesNet. This one is on Starlink. Well, I want to say Starlight. So I just pulled up a random YouTube page. So
Jimmy Houston
Outdoors.
Outdoors.
Yeah, and we're going to click on the same one. Now, obviously, it's probably going to go through a commercial, but let's just see what happens. Okay, the right one is obviously loaded faster.
My roommate wouldn't call me son.
Okay.
Went to 2 different commercials. Isn't that amazing?
So we'll see what happens here. We got a second commercial. I don't guess we necessarily need the sound on either one of them, so let's turn that down a little.
We just want to look at pictures.
So
I'm kind of zoomed in there, Jamie, just so you know what we're looking at.
All right, we can skip ad here. I'm going to skip ad now, so.
This one over here is already on the Jimmy Houston Outdoors.
Okay. So, and keep in mind, it's the same video. I say it is. Well, I thought it was. I don't know how we got on different videos there.
Well, all right, let's punch up. Let's go to something else. Try to go to something else on both of them.
Okay, well, what I was going to do is we're going to go forward here and immediately starts playing. Go forward on this one. And
huge delay.
yeah, see the delay.
Before it
What
started
was
playing.
that, 4 or 5 seconds probably? Which 4 or 5 seconds isn't a big deal really, but in today's society, that's eternity. It seems
Yeah,
like.
it is.
I mean, if we have to wait 4 or 5 seconds at McDonald's drive-through, we think we've been there forever.
All right, so can you
we want to pick a different video there. Let's see here. Let's just see if we can find this. Well, okay. We're just going to click the same video. Let's say right here we're already playing. So about 5 seconds or so.
Yeah, it's about 5 seconds difference there.
Yeah.
That's in the download speed, right? Is that what you call
right?
that?
This would be what would be
That
download.
would be download.
Yeah.
We're bringing in.
Which most people, that's what
Right.
you're using the internet
Well,
for.
I do a lot of
download stuff.
uploading.
Yeah,
Of course.
I mean, a lot of people
we
do,
upload,
but
hundreds of videos.
watching videos, playing games and stuff like
Right,
that. That's
right,
down.
right.
But yeah, you can see, and that's what I think. You go jump to a different spot, it immediately starts playing there. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008. About 8 seconds.
About 8 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, now, son, let's see. What if you go back to the home page real quick there? Home page.
Home page, okay.
I was just thinking about
Let's just
swap over to Facebook. And see how quick it jumped up.
Okay. Let's see here. iPads are different.
Try to hit the Facebook, okay.
Okay, 2 different accounts. I got yours and mine, obviously. But you can just look at the pictures there. Let's just scroll through it. I'll get something that's got a lot of pictures on it. Okay, right there, wait.
See how long it takes for those pictures start popping up.
That's Sherry's actually pictures of her trip. You can see all the black there.
It's actually going pretty fast.
All right, so let's see. Let me just search her on mine and we'll pull up the same thing. Boom, right there. Right there. Let's see if you get any grays. Whoops.
Pictures are just jumping up almost
Yeah.
instantaneously.
They got a little gray there, but not.
Very, very fast. That's all the pictures from Sherry's recent trip.
Yeah.
Sherry and Jack go on lots of trips, but they've earned it.
But yeah, you can
They
see.
work really, really hard to get to take a few days off occasionally.
You can see how. Okay, let's just go back, scroll through there.
Yeah, and see how long it's taking those. They come up pretty good, but it does take a little bit longer. So that's quite a bit faster.
So quite a bit, yeah. And
the upload speed is supposed to be 6 or 7 times faster.
right.
Uploading videos like that.
And let's see. I don't know if you have the TikTok app on yours, but it's really quick. I mean, no delay at all.
High-speed internet at Twin Eagle Ranch. What is the world coming to? Wow, that's amazing. High-speed internet at Twin Eagle Ranch. You bet. You bet. All right, now we're going to look at your app. Jamie's got an app that shows speed, and we're going to compare the two right here.
All right, this is just the speed test app. There's a lot of them out there. It's just one I've had for a long time. Right now we're connected to the HughesNet, so we're going to punch go. And it's going to connect. First it does a ping test. I'm no computer expert, so I couldn't tell you what the ping does exactly, but it has something to do with just communicating back and forth. And so it's working. And let's see, are we still pinging? I'm not sure if we're pinging now. No, we're doing download now.
Did it give you a ping speed, or is it
818 milliseconds.
818 milliseconds. Are we on HughesNet now?
That's HughesNet there.
HughesNet, 818 milliseconds.
Let's see, download is 31.5 megabytes per second.
Okay.
And upload, it'll run through its deal. It's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 3.5. Okay, it's 3.30.
3.3. All right, now let's go to SpaceLink.
Now I've got to change over to what we've called Twin Eagle. So it'll take a second. Okay, whoops there. Okay, there's my speed app. All right, we're going to X that. So 31.5 and 330, which we can go back and look at that in just a second here. All right. So it says here we're on the Starlink, SpaceX
All right,
Starlink.
SpaceX.
So we're going to go.
SpaceX Starlink.
It's connecting. The ping is, I mean, it maxed on the ping. I don't remember what the ping was on before.
But that's as good as you can get.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100 plus. Okay.
125.
And my understanding, what I was reading, over a 24-hour period, as it collects the satellite routes, it's supposed to get even better.
The SpaceLink continually is moving following the satellites, and as it loses satellites as they orbit the globe, it turns around and picks up new satellites. It's an amazing, amazing piece of technology.
Okay, so we got download 125 and upload of 130. So let's X that
13.
there. Or now we can see the results, so we can see them side by side. So the top one is the new internet. 125 download, 13 upload. On the HughesNet is 31.5 download and 3.3 upload. So that's even faster than earlier today when we looked at it.
It's like 4 times faster
upload.
And 5 times faster. Or four something. About four. It's about four times
faster both ways.
Either one. About 4 times faster either one.
So it's a big difference.
It's a huge, huge difference. All right.
Yeah, you can see earlier right there, this one we did earlier. See, it was at, I think, let's see, I can't remember. I think this was at 65 and 18.2.
Yeah.
So, so the download is gotten twice as fast as when we tested it earlier.
Right. Wow.
So, I mean, it's going to vary. Like I said, it's supposed to get even better over a 24-hour period.
That's cool.
But but yeah, there's that, we talked a little bit about the Starlink app. And, see, it'll kind of, let's see here. I really hadn't played with a whole lot, but it'll tell you how many outages you've had. We've had, over the last hour, 7 seconds of some sort of network issue. Our usage here, 0 to 18. That might have been just right now when we were testing. And it's got its own speed test system in there. It'll do lots of things. And if you're wondering if you have problems with it, it'll kick off, show you you're not online. So a lot of neat stuff the app does too.
Cool.